Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, my respected friends, brothers and sisters. Hope you guys are well, enjoying yourselves, having a wonderful time. Put this light up a bit. That's better. All right, so yes. So it's Friday, as you guys can tell, and on Fridays we have our live streams and we have a chit chat. Also, I'm gonna go live on Instagram, just so that people on Instagram can follow us as well. Right, so what's been happening? So this week, mashallah, it's been a holiday for me, pretty much. So we finished our classes on Monday, so it's been like holiday. Okay, for some reason this is not working. Let me just 1 second. Try to reset this. All right, so start the phone. Yeah, so it's been holidays, and so I've been kind of like chilling out. We finished actually on Monday. Official day of finishing was on Monday. We had a teachers students football match that was on Monday. Then we had like a dinner as well for the students as well. And so basically from Monday I've been free, and then yesterday I actually started the Hidayah lesson. So any of you guys who are interested in the Hidayah lessons, then you can email should be below, and you can join the Hidayah lessons, inshallah. I mean, this time normally the Hidayah lessons are in the morning, I know, but this time I actually put them at night time, right? So it's because I want to see those people who actually can attend. So morning time is a bit difficult for a lot of people for various reasons, and then some people in other parts of the world find it hard to attend as well. Adam Lee, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother Adam Lee. And wa alaikum assalam. Is tawassul of prophets and awliya jais? What exactly is tawassul? You explain to me what tawassul is, and I'll tell you if it's jais or not. When does the part-time course start for Alimiya? It starts on the first week of September. So the first week of September, it's going to start. Do you have 1 day week classes available? I don't think so. Not at the moment. I think they are going to start something a bit later on, a few months down the line. They're going to start a 1 day, just a 1 day thing. It's not going to be an Alimiya course. It's just going to be like a essentials course, you can say. Yeah, so it's going to be more like an essentials. Let me just go on Instagram. See if it's going to work now. Okay. I can only do at the moment 1 day a week, maybe 2 days, sometimes due to work commitments. Yeah, that's the thing with that. I mean, there's a lot of people who have been asking us about 1 day a week. That's why we're thinking of starting a 1 day a week. So we're going to get some. It's basically like essentials you're going to be doing. Wa alaikum assalam, my brother Umran Ali. Ahlan wa sahlan. Kya hal hai, mere bhai, mere dost. Hope you're well. Do I recite anything? How's your classes, Umran? What's the latest? Do I recite anything in Asr prayer other than the thana behind the Imam? No. According to majority of Hanafis, that's all you recite. I've been all right, just having tremendous difficulty actually making a schedule and sticking to it, especially with regards to daily exercise and early sleep with revision. Yeah, it is going to be tricky. Once you get the hang of it, then alhamdulillah, it's going to be good. But, it's going to take a bit of time. And guess what the tea is today, guys? The tea today is this one. This tea that I've been drinking the past few weeks actually was sent to me from, I think it was South Africa or Botswana. Yeah. So, mashallah, jazakallah khair to the sister who sent it from there. May Allah bless you guys. Thank you very much. As you guys know, I love tea. Yeah. So these kind of teas are very nice, especially this one that I've been drinking. Wa alaikum assalam, Kazmat has. Adam Lee, we told we won't remember dunya in hereafter. Is it comparable to when we dream? You will remember dunya. Yeah, you will remember dunya. Requesting advice and du'as, Sheikh, inshallah. I will remember you in my du'as. Oh, by the way, guys, please remember Naveed's dad in your du'as. He's very critical at the moment. He's got pancreatic cancer, and it's a very sad situation. Make dua Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him shifa and gives the family sabr as well. It's a very difficult time. It's stage 4, so it's a very, very, very hard situation. My grandfather passed away of cancer, and it was a very difficult time. Yeah, so make dua for him. And also, there's a sister whose brother all of a sudden just died, unfortunately, just a few days ago. All of a sudden, healthy, no problems. So make dua that Allah gives him Jannah al-Firdaus as well. How should can't see the tea name? Okay, I'll read the tea name out to you guys. It's called Rooibos Honeybush. Rooibos Honeybush. How should one pray the third rak'ah of Maghrib after the Imam according to Hanafis? Third rak'ah, you mean you joined in the third rak'ah? Is that what you're saying? So you joined in the third. Alhamdulillah, that's already well. We're in Kitab al-Rahan in Kuduri understanding. Alhamdulillah, excellent. Well done. Keep it up. Arabic Suhail alaykum assalam. What's your opinion of studying Durul Hukam of Mullah Khusro as a first book on Mu'amalat? It's good. Yeah, you can start that. It's totally fine. The only thing is, I mean, I've never done that. I've never taught that book as a first book. What I generally advise people to do is to study something like Fiqh al-Muyassar. Yeah, Fiqh al-Muyassar and Mu'amalat. And then after that, start studying any other book that you want to study. Otherwise, the reason what happens is when students are not familiar with a particular subject and they dive straight into a book, what tends to happen is it kind of becomes confusing to them. And I know keep saying this to you guys. I need to make some videos about advice to students. So I think this week that's going to be I'm going to pencil it in, inshallah. I'm going to make some series of videos, advice for students, and just like questions that you just asked over here, I'm going to inshallah make that. And by the way, guys, I've actually made a Telegram group, Telegram channel. So if anyone's interested in the Telegram channel, it's basically just go and search Telegram and look for Roots of Knowledge. Type in Roots of Knowledge, and my channel will come up. And it's quite easy. I mean, all I have to do is anything. I can even put audios up as well. So what I might start doing is, if people have questions on Curious Cat, what I can do is I can just answer it via audio. So it's going to actually be easier for me. So I'm going to experiment around with it. And I can put my Jummah khutbahs up as well, because my Jummah khutbahs are recorded in audio. So I can easily just upload the audio onto there, and anyone on the Telegram can actually join. So yeah, so check that out, guys. And welcome, ahlan wa sahlan, people of Instagram. Yeah, Bani Instagram. Assalamu alaikum, bounties of the Quran. Tasu sangaye Zukhayma, tasu sangaye tasu dakamze. Yeah. So I'm gonna start doing that, experiment around, see how we can benefit from technology. Oh yeah, the other thing is, guess what? Inshallah, I'm gonna get. Well, I'm actually looking. I'm gonna get a smart board. I've seen some really good smart boards that people are using online, and I think it's the next thing, because at the moment I don't have any lesson where I'm teaching and I'm using a board, like a physical board. So I think smart board is going to be. So you guys will see me writing. Maybe if I get a board like this, I don't know. Maybe if I just get like a board, I can stand over here and I can just write over here, and you guys can see it. Maybe I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. But smartboard is good because smartboard, you can have things already preloaded into it, uploaded. And all I have to do is just bring it up, and it kind of makes life really easy. So yeah, ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. Right. We are in Kitab al-Ilm in Mishkat 2. It's nice, but still need to make sure I get 7+ hours of sleep each night and revise daily, and cardio exercise to running. Yeah, definitely. And make sure your diet as well. Diet plays an important role in being able to manage your day. Seriously, you'll be surprised if you eat the right healthy food. Cut out fried food from your diet. Only eat it a few days a week. Cut out meats, not too much meat, and eat healthy. Yeah, eat all the vitamins and minerals that you need. No, joined in the first rakat. Okay, so join the first rakat, yeah. and you want to pray Maghrib with the Imam. So I don't understand the question. What would be the issue? Let me just go back. Let me see what Brother Adnan is saying. How should one pray the third rakat of Maghrib after the Imam according to Hanafis? The third rakat of Maghrib, if you join the Imam. After the Imam, I don't understand. If you joined in the first rakat, you don't have to get up. Like, you don't have to get up after the Imam. You just give salam with the Imam because you prayed 3 rakats. Wa alaikum assalam, Mullah, ahla wa sahlan, my brother Mullah. I came to Blackburn last week. MashaAllah, very nice time I had. I met so many Blackburn students. It's like half of them kind of knew me, and it was a really nice time. And actually gave some pens out as well, some Roots of Knowledge pens out to some students. So it was a really good time, mashallah. And I really, inshallah, look forward to going again next time. But maybe it's going to be a more informal gathering. So this was a bit formal because I was with other people, and then there was like, the jalsa taking place. But inshallah, definitely next time I will be ready and find some good places, guys, to eat in Blackburn, because I will come, inshallah. Yesterday's Hidayah lesson was thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. Yes, inshallah. Hopefully, you might be having one class today as well. I'm going to see. I haven't really kind of put it in yet. Welcome to Telegram Squad. Ahlan wa sahlan. I've been hearing a lot of death lately on Sab. Maybe this is a reminder that dunya is temporary. Definitely, 100%. Subhanallah. So many people, unfortunately, leaving this world. Reminds us about life. What do you suggest for diet? So diet would be, I would say, like, make sure you have in your diet enough carbs, enough proteins. Basically, just kind of like if you Google around, right, YouTube, and you'll find people who can tell you what kind of things are best to eat. I can tell you what I eat, but I'm not a dietitian, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what's best for you. I've been hearing alaikum assalam. Do you think Aqidah is sufficiently taught in UK Madaris? I haven't really gone around to the Madaris in the UK, so I wouldn't be able to say. In our Madrasa, mashallah, we teach it in the full time, definitely. We teach it in depth. So we have Sheikh Yasser Hanafi, who is actually one of our expert scholars in Aqidah and Ilm al-Kalam, and he teaches that. But definitely, I think these are kind of subjects which require a very good level of expertise as well. I think that's really important. Oh yes, the Bukhari Jalsa, inshallah. I'll catch you next time you come. I miss you. Yeah, I know, bro, man. We need to meet up, my brother. Yeah, definitely 100%. 100%. We got to meet up. Yeah, so I went there. So let me tell you what happened. So we had about 4 or 5 teachers from here. We went all together. Sheikh Zaid, we went in Sheikh Zaid's car. Sheikh Zaid drove. Sheikh Zaid is a scholar in Birmingham. So he drove his car. He went all the way there. We left about 2 o'clock. We got there. We left about 12 o'clock. We got there about 2:30 for Salat. Prayed Dhuhr there. And then we actually had some food there in the beginning. Yeah, because we hadn't eaten. So students, mashallah, Brother Safwan and Muhammad and Abu Bakr, if you guys are out there, ahla wa sahlan, ahla wa sahlan. And so we had some nice roti, salan. Then after that, we had a tour of the madrasa. They took us around. And then I got to meet some of the students as well. And they had some questions. Then after that, we had the jalsa. So I sat in the jalsa from about 3:30 maybe, 3:30, 4 o'clock, all the way till the end of it, which was finished about 6:45. Then we had food. So we had food upstairs with the ulama. It was dal chawal. So if you guys have not eaten Gujarati dal chawal yet, you guys have not eaten the right food yet. Yeah, the dal chawal is very nice. It's basically dal chawal with meat in there. That's the thing. That's the secret. They have meat in it, so you're not deprived of the meat. So we had dinner, met some ulama there as well. MashaAllah, Mufti Mu'adh was there. He's a teacher. I didn't get to meet Mufti Mullah Muawiyah. So Mullah Muawiyah, I really wanted to go meet him, but I did see him, but I didn't get a chance to actually meet him because I was with others. And also met some guys, mashallah, who benefit from our videos, and I've been using that method, like teaching, alhamdulillah. So it was really nice. Definitely, I'll go again. I think probably Blackburn Madrasa is probably one of the most sort of comfortable madrasas that I feel like is a kind of nice environment. I mean, I haven't checked all the others, to be honest, but Blackburn really kind of shines to me. And I would definitely encourage people who want to study and they live around there and you want to study, definitely go to study over there. Yeah, mashallah, got some good teachers you can benefit from. What do you think about the European Muslims who live in Europe and reject all European values and culture and think that their norms are the best? The European Muslims who live in Europe and reject all European values. So, like, what do you mean they reject all European values? Like, what? I mean, justice is a European value as well. So, what do you mean? The best Juma food, yes, the best. You're gonna have that today. Today, I'm gonna make a barbecue, guys. Today, I'm gonna make a barbecue. We're gonna shop some burgers and some steak. Make some nice barbecue today. Wa alaikum assalam. If you have prayers to make up from a long time ago, is it okay to make them up slowly? Yes, that's fine. You can do that in no particular order. That's fine. Also, what if in a day you miss a prayer? Do you have to make that up in order they were due first? So if you have salats that were due in the past, then the order drops. You don't have to follow the order anymore. Comfortable madrasas are unrivaled. Yes, 100%. I agree with you. Definitely. A lot of scholars here are very aware of contemporary issues, which is good. Alhamdulillah, Mufti Hanif Patel as being one of them. Okay, I've heard of Mufti Hanif Patel. I haven't met him. Do you need to study Arabic grammar to start reading Arabic books? In English, children don't. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, so you don't have to study Arabic grammar to read Arabic books. Arabic grammar is only needed when you're dealing with like Quran or you're dealing with like very sort of complex text. So that's where you need Arabic grammar to understand the multiple translations that you can have. Yeah, so I would say you don't need Arabic. So you can start off reading kids' books, gradually progress, and eventually you'll improve. And actually, I might actually just make a series. Why not? Why not make a series of me just going through a reading book? So you read the book, I read the book, and then I translate, and then slowly you begin to increase your. It's going to be lots of lessons. Obviously, it's going to be like hundreds of lessons. But the good thing about that is that it's just going to develop you. वालेकुम अस्सलाम अनवर सिद्दीक भाई उस्ताद क्या हाल है आपका अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह I am very good मैं खैरियत से हूँ and as you guys can tell it's Jummah today. I've got the whole gear on today. Nice white shirt, black imama, yeah, even black hat as well. So I am in the mode today. Right. I'm gonna go off Instagram now. So Instagram people, it was nice meeting you all. Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you guys want to continue watching, then come on to YouTube or Facebook, whichever one suits you. Okay, take care, guys. Assalamu alaikum. Right, so they've gone. Okay, Insta's gone. Do you know any books on hadith acceptance from a fiqh perspective? I mean, if you want to read like from a Hanafi point of view, there's actually a good book one of my friends has written. It's called الدراسات في أصول الحنفية أصول الحديث عند الحنفية. Yeah, so الدراسات is called. You can get it online as well. And if you want to understand like from the books, then you're going to have to read the books of usul fiqh. So in the sections of usul fiqh, you have chapters that are dedicated to what we call the sunnah, and there they have the usul mentioned there. And that would be the best place. Otherwise, if you want to read, for example, like something like Qawaid fi Ulum al-Hadith by I'la Sunan, the Muqaddimah of I'la Sunan, basically. That's really good. Please do beginner kid story to advance, please. Inshallah. I will have to order books. So inshallah, I'm going to order some books. And then what I'll do is I'll slowly just go through it and then just just basically translate. No tarkeeb, no grammar, no nothing, just words. Hamdan Patel, wa alaikum assalam, Maulana Hamdan, kayfa haluk? So I was sat a few people away from you in the Jalsa. Thought I'd meet you after the Jalsa, but never. Yeah, I know. I was actually looking for you. But there's so many people came and then. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Next time, inshallah, definitely you're going to be top of my list, bro. I'm going to meet you. Then if your Bukhari das was really interesting. The stats you provided were scary. Number of people losing their faith and number of scholars per 1,000 needed. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. I think, sometimes what tends to happen is, as Muslims, we think data is not important. I personally think that. I think Muslims think data is not important. And in reality, data is important because it's only through data that you can realize the depth of the problem. I mean, the Sahaba had data as well. If you think about it, the community was small, so they knew how many people are in the city. They knew how many widows there were. They knew how many. In fact, Umar radiallahu anhu, he actually imported the census, yeah, where you had like the names of all the people in the community. It was called a D1 basically, and that was a data system that was. So I think in today's times we need to develop data. Every masjid should have like basic information about the community. How many men are there in the community? How many women are in the community? How many people can subscribe. People can just subscribe, put their data in. It's fine. And how many are married and how many are not married? How many are widows? How many orphans? How many people are jobless? How many people have employment, part-time, full-time employment? How many have financial issues? It can be anonymous as well. So I think the community has a better understanding of how to tackle what kind of talks are needed for that community. Because at the moment, what happens is every talk is just given like in a vacuum. A scholar will give a talk in a vacuum in a lot of places. It's like the talk, very rarely will it have something to do with the problems in the community. So I think that's why I gave that talk and I mentioned those stats because knowledge is important, very important. I don't know you guys, what you guys think. I mean, how many of you guys have like a database in your community of the people? Do you think it's a good idea? Obviously, I think it's a good idea. But do you guys think it's a good idea? Besides all the privacy issues and all that, I personally think it's a really, really important thing for Muslims to be aware of these kind of points. Abdullah Sheikh, alaikum assalam. How should I memorize vocabulary? I know basic grammar. Read. There's no substitute for reading. You just must read a lot of books. Start reading kid stories. Yeah, start reading those. And I'm not talking about Qasas and Nabeen. I'm talking about like Arabic books that kids read. In fact, I'll tell you, I was actually one of my friends in Saudi. He actually has sent me a video of a whole bookstore of Arabic comics. And it's like really good Arabic to read and novels and series. So I did tell him to give me some information of where I could order those books from. I think those would be fantastic. So if you're interested in like comics, fiction, things like that, and you can read Arabic as well, you can develop your Arabic. Why not? So have you considered starting a monthly book club? Sheikh Hamza Yusuf has one, but the books are a bit too advanced, more philosophical. So yeah, so what kind of books would it be then? What kind of books? It's a good idea, I think. And how does it work? How do book clubs work? Does everyone have to like come online or something? Does it have to be like an online thing where everyone is given the opportunity to speak, or is it just one person speaking? Just an example, I saw social media. I'm a British citizen. English is my first language, and all the Western values you believe don't believe in it all. Okay. Yeah. Again, this is like broad statements like this. I think are unfair because there are many values that people have in the West that are good values, that are obviously Islamically based values, you can say. So to totally dismiss all the values, then I don't think that's right. But yeah, clearly some values, for example, like if you're saying, for instance, having a boyfriend and girlfriend is a British value, or drinking in a pub is a British value, then those kind of things are not really things that we subscribe to. Definitely a good idea, but I think our people are apprehensive, give information, except when it comes to marriage. WhatsApp CVs. Yeah, I know. Bangladeshi community, they've just got this next level CV system. Yeah, so you guys out there who send your CVs a whole massive like thing, I think that's a really good way of kind of like selling yourself, or marketing yourself rather, for marriage. Even the kids' Arabic books are hard if you don't know any vocabulary. Yeah, but that's it. You develop it, you build it. I don't think anyone has that, but it's a very good idea. Would be an eye opener. Yeah, I personally think that's what we're gonna have to go towards now. We are definitely have to go towards databases for Muslims. Met Mufti Radal Haq in Bradford. Nice munch there. All big shots, Salama. Yeah, I heard. I was gonna come down, but then I was going Blackburn. So then I thought, you know what? I can't do 2 journeys. Fawzia Abdi, alaikum assalam. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Fawzia, for your kind words. May Allah bless you. Abdullah Sheikh, Jazakallah khair. And Mullah Tabligh are very good at keeping data on where Muslims. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Because like every mosque, Jamaat Tabligh, they've got like cards. How many people live in this house? How many men are there? How many? Yeah, although I don't know if GDPR will allow that. Pakistani government removed renowned economist Atif Mia from his position a few years ago because he's Qadiani. It was done under pressure from certain groups. Is this justified in Islam? I mean, like having a non-Muslim working in the Muslim government is permitted. Yeah, so there is permissibility for that. The issue with the Qadiani, I know, because I remember when I was in Pakistan, there were like things, like buying things from Qadianis, and there were like scholars who would say you're not allowed to buy from the Shazan drink. Like, Shazan's drink is quite nice, and people say don't buy from them. But the counter argument was, if they are non-Muslim, like if they've been recognized in Pakistan as being non-Muslim, they're a Qadiani sect, right? They have their own faith. Then, like, what is the issue then of working with them? That's the argument, because you can work with Hindus if someone is a Hindu, someone else. Then the other argument against that would be that, well, if you acknowledge them, then this might desensitize people to the whole problem of Qadianism, right? This is the counter argument that's used. So I don't know why Atif Mia was it just purely as Qadiani, and but I think again these kind of things have to be understood in light of politics, and in the light of sometimes what happens is there might be a lot of like lobbying going on to undermine particular groups. Now, is that considered to be justified? Like, if you recognize someone as being a non-Muslim, does that mean you have to ostracize them from your community totally, and you're not allowed to, like, you have to, I don't know. So it's a very complex issue, yeah, because there's people with arguments on both sides. Can we befriend a Qadiani and business? Again, I wouldn't see a problem with, as long as you recognize that they're not Muslim, as long as they acknowledge that we don't treat you as Muslims, you're not a Muslim, but we'll deal with you. I wouldn't see a problem with that. Zindiq basically is a heretic. It's like someone who is a Muslim but has claimed things that has taken them out of Islam. So these people who are Qadianis, a lot of the Qadianis nowadays are born Qadianis. They don't become Qadiani, right? So a lot of them are actually born Qadianis. So they're born Qadianis, and that's like a Hindu who's born a Hindu. Yeah. As opposed to someone who has apostated, that would be different. People should research who Abdullah Quilliam was first masjid in Liverpool. That doesn't really get taught. Yeah, I know, I've heard a lot about that. No classes equals missing Ustad. Safe. Yes, safe. What's happening, bro? You're missing me. Yeah, that was so bad and disappointing. He was very talented. Any plans in the holidays? You going abroad? Not yet. Not yet, but I don't know. If something does come up, I might go. But I haven't planned anything at the moment. Who knows? What about yourself, Zed? Anything planned? Actually, I might come Bradford. I might do like 1 week, just go around some cities, meet some guys. What areas should I come to? What cities should I come to? That's an interesting point. If Abdullah Quilliam was a Desi, would it have been different? Yeah, definitely. You'd have like some shrine there or something, or you'd have like an annual day of Abdullah Quilliam Day. Everyone would like, give bayans. And do you know any Pashto nuts? Not really. I understand them, or most of them, but Uh, I don't really know them. So like Drumi Hanzala, that's obviously I know some of that, but I don't know all of it. The rest of it is just like miming. All right, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. And if you want to join the Telegram channel, then you can join the Telegram channel as well. It's basically go to Telegram and type in. I'll try to leave in the description below. I'll try to leave like a link there as well. So basically, what I can do is easier for me to send stuff. Yeah, I can just put stuff up on there, send voice notes. How do you reconcile between the scholars of Aqidah and scholars of Fiqh when kufr is mentioned? For example, the Ahl Kitab. How do we reconcile? So I haven't fully understood your question, but Ahlul Kitab, all Muslims believe Ahlul Kitab are non-Muslims, right? So whether you're from the scholars of Aqidah or scholars of Fiqh, however, dealing with them, buying and selling from them, and marrying into them, all those kind of things, that is a fiqh issue, that is. Yeah, so there isn't, I don't see there being any difference between scholars of Aqidah and scholars of Fiqh. They're both the same. It's just that scholars of Aqidah, they discuss more regarding Aqidah issues, and scholars of Fiqh focus more on law. Have you visited Turkey? No, I haven't. Huddersfield? Yeah, Huddersfield might be a good place. Do people who try rationalizing miracle of Quran under reason commit kufr? No, not really. No, it wouldn't be at a level of kufr. I didn't know you had a Telegram channel. Yeah, I just started it a few days ago. So basically, no one can chat on there. It's just me putting stuff up. So it's if someone doesn't have access to Twitter or doesn't have access to other things, I can just put it up on there. Do you have to read all of Surah Kahf on Friday? So there's ikhtilaf amongst the scholars because of the varying narrations about this. So I would say studying, reading, if you can't read all of it, at least the first 10 verses. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, Irfan. So again, we meet my brother Irfan. Again. Is there a concept of lesser evil in fiqh? People who argue is right, wrong, impact politics has nothing to do with Muslims, and others argue that supporting the lesser evil is better. So lesser of evil, yeah, definitely, it's a fiqh issue. Yeah. They call it akhafu dararain. Yeah, akhafu sharrain. So it's definitely a fiqh issue. And the thing about politics is, look, politics is not fiqh. Politics is generally like how the leaders of the country deal with their problems. There are basic things that the fiqh tells us about leadership of a country, right? But a lot of the problems that leaders are going to face, you're not going to find that in fiqh. There has to be a lot of negotiations taking place. Like, if you want to read more about this, I would definitely suggest reading a book like The Four Khulafa by Imam Suyuti, Four Khulafa, and Imam Salabi. So Imam Salabi, he has a collection, a series of Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Umar radiallahu anhu, Uthman, Ali. These four very dense books. These are. Buy that and read through it. It will give you so much insight into how the Khulafa dealt with problems. Yeah. So this is why generally kind of politics is a class of its own. Clearly, fiqh has to be used, but it's not the normal kind of traditional fiqh that we understand. As of the, where do you see the Muslim community in UK in next 10 years? Is it looking good? So I would say in the next 10 years, there's going to be big challenges Muslims are going to face with, like social media, things like online, basically the online kind of problems that are going to be faced. So this is one problem, I think, the virtual world. The second issue, I think, is going to be marriage is going to be a big issue in the next 10 years. Divorce rates, marriage, because whatever we see happening with the non-Muslims in the UK, it's going to start to happen with us. Yeah, definitely, it's going to happen 100%. And the Prophet ﷺ predicted this as well. He said, you're going to follow in the footsteps of the Jews and Christians. Thirdly, I think there's going to be a problem with, these dense communities. So what's happening at the moment is migrants are coming and they're living like in crammed communities. There's going to be a lot of problems in crammed because you're creating a ghetto society. When you have a ghetto society, just look around the world where there's ghettos. You have the same problems: gang warfare, drugs. So Muslims are going to continue to unfortunately be involved in a lot of drugs, criminal activity, all those kind of things. That's the kind of the problem, negative problems I think Muslims are going to have. I think positive things that are going to happen in 10 years. Access to knowledge. I think there's going to be more and more access to knowledge now. So in the past, if you think about it, there was only like a handful of madrasas in the UK, but now they're popping up everywhere. So there's going to be this trend of people learning knowledge. It's going to come with its problems as well, but that's a separate issue. I think at number 2 in the UK, you're also going to have a lot of people who are going to be able to tackle like Muslim problems at government level. So at the moment, for the first time, we're starting to see Muslims involved in politics, involved in policy making. So we're going to see a lot of Muslims tackling problems that Muslims didn't have a voice for in the past. I think that's the second thing. And anything else? Third thing. Yeah, I think those are the kind of 2 things that come to my mind. Yeah, so there is going to be this. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys see in the next 10 years? I'm going to go to Turkey, visited 2 years ago, met some ulama, Sheikh Mujir al-Khatib, Sheikh Khalid Kharsa. Okay. I've never heard of those names, but sounds good. Will be a good vlog if you go. Yeah, I know. Inshallah. I've got loads of marking to do at the moment. I'm just like, as soon as I wake up in the morning, have breakfast, start marking. And then do some reading. So after this, I'm just going to go down and do some marking. Mufti, you should open up a Discord for Tulab. Would be a nice space for people to come together and maybe practice Arabic speaking. How does Discord work? I've heard of Discord. How does it work? Is it like some sort of WhatsApp group? May Allah bless you, Ustad. I have had a run-in with a brother today who is insisted I wear a topi whilst giving khutbah and kicked off a big fuss when I refused. Why is the ruling on this? Sorry about that, bro. So when it comes to wearing a topi, according to the fiqh, the wearing of the topi is not considered to be something which is an integral part of being a Muslim, obviously. And the reason being is because the clothing issue is usually associated to salat. And in salat, you wear the clothing which you normally comfortably wear outdoors. So when you're going outdoors to a big event, what do you normally wear? That's the kind of clothing you should wear in salat. So if you're not used to wearing a topi regularly outside, then you don't have to wear it. Yeah, that's the issue. So again, I think some people hold really tight to the issue of topi as a kind of like an identity, as a piece of identity, like a clothing or article of clothing of identity. And in reality, that's not really the case, because it's just something that is a norm. So in the Sahaba's days, covering the head, wearing an imama was the norm of those days, and now the norms become different now. Yeah. What's your favorite ayah with balagha? My favorite ayah with balagha is a tough one, that is, because it differs from verse to verse. I think one of the verses are like of balagha are like in Surah Yusuf. Many of the verses in Surah Yusuf, they're just filled with balagha points. Also, the famous verse in Surah Hud that وَقِيلَ يَا أَرْضُ ابْلَعِي مَاءَكِ وَيَا سَمَاءُ أَقْلِعِي وَغِيضَ الْمَاءُ وَقُضِيَ الْأَمْرُ وَاسْتَوَتْ عَلَى الْجُودِ وَقِيلَ بُعْدًا لِلْقَوْمِ. I think I like that as well. I like that. So generally Surah Yusuf has really nice balagha points, because it kind of tells a story, and then the balagha reflects in the translation as well. Sheikh Munir Khatib was Mufti Ibn Adam's teacher. Okay. Salafi Masajid are more chilled out when it comes to dress code. Yeah, definitely. Assalamu alaikum, Yasin. Did you manage to make it to Jalsa? Yes, I did. Alhamdulillah. It was really good. Oh, you weren't there, were you? Yeah, mashallah. Really good time I had. Alhamdulillah. Next time, inshallah, I will be coming to Blackburn just to chill out with you guys. Yeah, so be ready. I see technology growth as big cause trouble in the next 10 years as it becomes more immersive, cause more isolation, divorce, addiction. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Is like the concept of WhatsApp, but you can do much more. And if I'm not mistaken, you can start your own space with rules and moderators. Maybe like I'm being selfish and I'm looking for a place. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult for me to be on there because it's going to take my time out, isn't it? So I'll have to engage and but yeah, definitely. I think I am thinking about some sort of a platform we can use for those who want to collaborate, learn Arabic, and communicate with each other. For like ladies can communicate with ladies, men with men. Where do you draw the line of tashbih with regards to clothing? So tashbih, according to Hanafis, tashbih is in two things. One thing is something which is tashbih, which is in like something like intrinsic to that particular group. So like the Jews having the locks on the side of their hair, or for instance, like the Hindus having the marks, like those kind of paint marks on their forehead, they do, and the Shaolin having that kind of ponytail on their head. That's the first type. Those things which are intrinsic that everyone knows this is part of their faith, part of their cult. And the second is where a person deliberately goes out of their way to imitate someone else, yeah, to copy, like a extreme fan of someone that's trying to copy someone else who is a bad person. Those are the two things. Otherwise, besides that, there isn't a concept of tashbih. Anything which is just a normal sort of like thing that you do, you drive a car, you wear shoes, you wear clothing, you have food, you go to certain restaurants, that would not be tashbih. Our masjids make big deal out of dress. Yeah, exactly. To practice my Arabic. Rahim, alaikum assalam, ahla wa sahla, pray you are well. I'm joining us so far this year. Please make dua. Please, can you do a speech on traditions in regards to giving salam by touching feet, weddings, mehndi these days, etc. Seems to be like a Hindu culture. If you have any reference, great. Good question. What I'll do is I'll do it. If you can ask me tomorrow, inshallah, because this requires me delving into all these kind of issues because a lot of things to unpack there. But yeah, if you run tomorrow, I usually do live stream about 10 o'clock, quarter to 10 o'clock. I think the topi and dress code issue comes from subcontinent. Yeah, I mean Sahaba used to wear topis, obviously hats, but the issue is like this strictness in it. You can say, yeah. To what degree do you become strict? Do you think the rise of Islam will come from the West? Allah knows best. So, what are some perks we get with your Patreon? So I think I can't even remember all the perks now. So if you have 13, if you have I think it's about £11. Is it $14? I don't know, £11, 10 pounds a month, 11. Then you basically get access to like videos I put up there, which you don't get on YouTube. So there's like Maqamat al-Hariri on there, Usul al-Shashi and others. I think if you do £23 or more, then you get like some other videos that the other category don't get. If you do about, I think it's about £48 a month, then you get one lesson a month with me, 1-to-1. And then I think the 121 you get 2 lessons a month. Check it out. I don't want to kind of say something wrong, just in case someone says you said this. So you got to check it out on the Patreon. So there's quite a quote on Rock Twitter about only righteous being able to give up sins as opposed to both righteous and sinful being able to do good deeds. I didn't quite understand what that meant because none of us can be totally free from sins. I can't remember the tweet. Let me just go to Twitter and check it out. Right. Okay, let's see. Okay, this statement here. أعمال البر يفعلها البر البر والفاجر. Yeah, so good actions are done by both righteous people and bad people. ولا يقدر على ترك المعاصي إلا صديق. Yeah, so basically what this means, what this statement is basically saying is this, is that, praying salat and giving zakat and doing hajj, anyone can do that. Someone who even drinks alcohol can do those things. Someone who fornicates can do those things. Someone who prays the hajj all night can do those things. Someone who is kind to their parents can do those things, right? So it's something which is universal. But not sinning is like a higher category. It requires more effort for a person not to sin. So in other words, so if you have two people and both of them can do all the same things, but they both can't stop doing the same things. Stopping requires you to go against your nafs. It requires you to go against. So therefore, the person who actually is capable of stopping themselves from falling into sin, that's the person who's unique. And that's what that's the moral of the tweet. The moral of the tweet is that you can only differentiate between good and bad people when it comes to having the willpower to stop sinning. Yeah. So if a person does sin and does tawbah, that's fine. That's good. That falls under the good category. But if a person just say, you know what, I'm not bothered. I'm not going to make any effort to stop sinning. I'm going to carry on. Then that's where this person now he loses that sort of like exclusive status. Do you know if Bayina Dream TV Arabic session covers all your Arabic courses? I don't know. I've had a look at it seems to just too long, too many sessions. I have no idea. Yeah, you're gonna have to try. If there's anyone out there who has tried Bayina, then maybe you can add them. Right. Jazakallah khair. Inshallah, I will join tomorrow. Inshallah. May Allah reward you. Ameen. Jazakallah khair. Where is Allah? If you don't know, brother, then no point asking us. Do you have any English notes on Nurul Anwar? I don't know, but maybe some of my students do. Salam, ahla wa sahlan, Tanweer. Went to a masjid and after salat, they began singing La ilaha. Is this permissible? So there wouldn't be a problem, according to majority of scholars, there wouldn't be a problem with this, as long as they don't believe that this is considered to be like part of the deen. This is how it should be done. So if someone believes doing it in this fashion has a specific reward attached to it, because we have no record from Sahaba that they ever done this. So that's why if people do it thinking that there is a specific reward attached to this, that's when it's problematic. Is it permissible to pray Tahiyyatul Masjid before Maghrib Salah when at the time Maghrib is impermissible? Time praying is impermissible. So if it's sunset time, then no, you can't pray at sunset time. But if, for example, like the Maghrib Salat, the masjid delays the Maghrib Salat by 5 minutes, let's say. So there's some mosques where they give the adhan and then they'll wait a few minutes before Maghrib. Within that time frame between the azan and between the imam starting the salat, if you can get 2 rakats in there, you're allowed to. It's taking mortgage. Okay, Ayah is a fitna. Ayah, you're a fitna, bro. Which one book, if you could, would you want to translate to English so people could benefit? Which one book could I? Which one book? I don't know. I mean, because I know a lot of books have already been translated, so I can't really think of which one book would be easily accessible to public as well. Not really sure, Don't know. Yeah, because a lot of the books are translated. The thing is, you get some books which are really good, but the problem is general public need prior knowledge to accessing those books because it requires being trained in certain areas. In Salafi masjids, after Maghrib Azan, they pray 2 rakats. Is that Tahiyat al-Masjid? No. So that is basically Shafis as well. Shafis and Salafis and Hanbalis as well. They pray 2 rakats before Maghrib because the Prophet ﷺ did not prohibit it. And there's a narration where the Prophet ﷺ says between every adhan and iqamah, there is a salat. Between every adhanain, every 2 adhans, there is a salat. Yes. Apologies, you're welcome. No problem. Apology accepted. Okay, if you guys want to ask serious questions, I don't mind. If you got really honest questions, if you just want to like test tawassul questions, where's Allah questions, what's your view on this particular individual, then I know you're trying to kind of like fish out something. So I would say, best not to ask those. Ask questions which you really need. Yeah. So anyway, that's been the week, guys, and I haven't been putting the normal videos up because at the moment it's like holiday. I'm going to start in a few weeks' time. Restart in a few weeks' time. But I am going to start putting up I'm going to start putting up other videos. Like I'm going to start doing those Arabic, there's 1 minute Arabic ones. I'm going to restart doing those again. And also, I might start the inheritance one as well. So hopefully, inshallah, I should start that. And what else? And a few types of videos I was going to make. The 1 minute trade and transaction ones, inshallah. Make those again. Fishing. Currently, I feel like eating fish now. Currently reading Sayyid al-Khatir. Sayyid al-Khatir. It's been translated, hasn't it? Yeah, that's a really good book by Al-Imam Ibn al-Jawzi. Yeah, Ibn al-Jawzi, very nice. Very nice book. Do you have to wear clothes above the ankles? Not necessarily, no. You don't have to. Hanafi say it's considered to be better to wear them over the ankles. And if a person wears them below the ankles, there's no sin, as long as it's not done out of arrogance. Any book review, or is that for tomorrow? Tomorrow, inshallah. How do we know what is valid difference of opinion between the scholars and what is not? Like someone will attack others for holding up. So the general rule of the thumb is this. I would say this. Just 2 points to remember. As long as it does not go against an ijma. If any opinion goes against an ijma of the Sahaba, then you don't take that view. Yeah. Number 2, if there's no ijma of Sahaba, as long as it is not outside of one of their opinions. That's the 2 things to remember, I would say. Yeah. So like if you had like a flow chart. So is this opinion within the ijma of the Sahaba? Yes, then it's fine. No, then wrong. Is there an ijma of the Sahaba? If there's not an ijma of the Sahaba, then is there any of the Sahaba who held this opinion? If yes, then it's okay. If not, then it's wrong. Yeah, so that's the 2 things I would say. Now, how would you know? How would obviously you know which opinions in Sahaba? You gotta obviously read and you gotta ask people. What's Hanafi on praying after Maghrib, Adhan, 2 rakats? The Hanafis basically say that it's considered to be makruh if it's gonna delay the Maghrib. So if it's gonna delay the Maghrib, so basically in normal situations do not pray. But if you go to a mosque where they have a gap between the Adhan and the Maghrib, and you got enough time to pray the 2 rakats, then pray. I just started to learn to read the Quran series 5 years on, and your old videos are still helping me. You're welcome. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. I'm very happy to see you, my brother. I'm very happy to see that you benefit from them. And, sometimes, and nearly every day, alhamdulillah, for the past few years now, I've been receiving a message from someone, different people, saying they've started learning and they've started to read the Quran, and it makes me so happy. If that was the only series I have on my channel, then there is, alhamdulillah, I'm happy for that. Because that's the thing that's benefiting a lot of people, to connect them back with Allah's words. And you I would advise some of you guys, if you got spare time, just go onto the Learn the Quran videos and just read the comments. Yeah, especially the first lesson, the comments. It makes you so happy when you see people that for the first time they're learning how to, or relearning how to read the Quran. Do you have to keep full beard, full fist, or can it be trimmed? Is it sunnah? For there's ikhtilaf in this, brother. Yeah, Rahim. So there's ikhtilaf in this issue amongst the scholars. Jazakallah khair. In necessary circumstances where taking Imam Abu Hanifa's will be difficult, is it possible to take from his students? Yes. So this is where in iftar courses. So I'll be doing an iftar course, by the way, not on my channel, but for Safa Institute. It's an introduction to iftar course. The reason I call it introduction is because a true iftar course would take years to do and full-time dedication, like very, very intense. So this is to get you into how it works. So you get into it, you slowly start to get trained into how to answer questions. So this is what iftar courses will tell you where to leave Abu Hanifa's qawl. Because sometimes Abu Hanifa has 3 or 4 qawls. And sometimes some early Hanafis would have left Abu Hanifa's qawl and taken another view. So there's like all these different sort of scenarios. I think people just need basics. That's why Quran Tajweed is beneficial a lot. Yeah, 100% agree with that. 100%. Right. So anyway, guys, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much. Actually, let me put on to. Let me see if I can get the Telegram one. Yeah, the Telegram. Okay. What's the link for the Telegram link? Here's the link. So if anyone is interested in joining the Telegram channel, so this is Telegram link. That's the link for it, and I'll put it in the description as well. If anyone wants to use that, so this is basically all of my different things I put up on my social media. I can easily just put it up onto Telegram, so you guys get access. So like updates, if I have to cancel a lesson or if I'm having a lesson, I can put it up on there as well. So you can follow. And if anyone is interested in joining the Hidayah classes as well, then you can email in. There's an email there. You can email in, and inshallah I can add you to the group. Okay, guys. Thank you very much, guys. I will be finishing there. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Oh yeah, by the way, I might be coming Leicester on Sunday. So Leicester guys, if there's any Leicester guys here, I might be coming down on Sunday. Maybe we can meet up. I'll be there in the evening. Maybe we can meet up, inshallah, Leicester boys. Yeah, we can maybe just go for some coffee or something. I don't drink coffee that much, but tea. Okay, tea. Yeah, we can drink tea, inshallah, and ice cream. There's actually one of my friends. He's actually getting married. Yeah, and inshallah, he's invited me. So hopefully, I'll be there. And also, I'll be doing a charity ride, not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. So not next Sunday, Sunday after, I'm doing a charity ride, inshallah. Yeah, a 50-mile charity ride for Syrians, for destitute Syrians, inshallah, to help them. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for turning up today, tuning in. I hope you guys have a fantastic time. I will be lighting the barbecue and, making some burgers and some steak, inshallah. And hopefully, inshallah, I might have a Hidayah lesson tonight. I'm going to be deciding whether, because I don't know if I'm going to be at home in the evening or not. If I am, then we'll have a lesson. Aisha, wa alaikum assalam, Anas. I shall see you on Sunday. Oh, yes, Hamdan, we're going to see each other, yeah? That's the way, bro. That's the way. All right, guys, take care, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.